Hello, Liverpool fans. Welcome to the Liverpool Report, your go-to source for the latest news, match updates, and transfer stories straight from Anfield. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that subscribe button now and stay in the loop with all things Reds. Paul Merson has tipped all three of Liverpool's contract rebels to leave in the summer if the Reds win the Premier League. Arne Slot's side are flying this season, having finished top of the league phase of the Champions League, reached the final of the Carabao Cup, and with them currently sitting 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League. But their incredible campaign has been overshadowed slightly by the futures of Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. All three will see their contracts expire in the summer. So far, there has been no public progress on talks over a new deal for any of that trio. And Merson believes that should Liverpool complete the job and win their second Premier League title, all three will be on their way out of Anfield. Call me a cynic, I don't think any of them sign, Merson told Sky Sports. I think they wait and see. If they win the league, I don't know where you go if you're Liverpool. When Liverpool won the league in COVID, it wasn't the same. You watch them lift the trophy. The cop wasn't there. The fans. They hadn't won it for a long time. If they go and win it this time in front of their fans. I just think Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, they've won the Champions League. They've won the Premier League in front of the fans, which will be a lot different, believe me. Then I don't see them signing. Call me a cynic. But we're talking 18 months now. They get a pay rise when they sign. They don't sign for the same. That might be 50 grand a week. 50 grand a week over 18 months is a lot of money. For me, I'm not sure they sign if they win the Premier League. Boss Slot has been frequently asked about the futures of the trio, but has largely avoided making any comments. Ahead of the thrashing of Tottenham on Thursday, he confirmed that none of Salah, Alexander-Arnold or Van Dijk had yet signed a new contract. We have some contractual situations that you probably don't know about, Slot laughed. But Trent, Mo and Virgil haven't extended yet, so we are aware of the fact that we have to be sharp and ready for things that can happen. My life is mainly short-term, but we have so many quality people at this club that look at the longer term as well. You always have to be prepared for all the new things coming up. The players that don't play a big part at the moment, will they be able to do this another year? Will they fight for their place, or will they want to go somewhere else? So we have to be prepared for the next window and what we can do. Arne Slot has revealed Trent Alexander-Arnold will miss Liverpool's upcoming FA Cup clash against Plymouth as he continues his recovery from a leg injury, but there is a chance the defender could be back in action against Everton. Alexander-Arnold was absent as Liverpool booked their place in the Carabao Cup final by beating Tottenham 4-1 on aggregate, having been forced off in his side's 2-0 win over Bournemouth earlier this month. Slot insisted the injury was not serious after the game, but he has now offered a fresh update on Alexander-Arnold's recovery. When asked if the full-back could feature against Plymouth on Sunday, Slot replied, "No, I don't think so yet. That's going to be too early for him." Difficult to say about the Merseyside derby. Like I said before, it's not going to take months and not even weeks, but that's only 3 days after the Plymouth-Argyle game. So let's wait and see if he is available. We also have to look at the long term. Of course, we don't want to take any risks with so many games afterwards coming up. But if he's fit, then of course we will use him. Connor Bradley has deputised for Alexander-Arnold, and Slot has hailed the 21-year-old after he assisted Dominik Szoboszlai's goal against Tottenham. The smartest thing is not to lose the ball when Bradley goes forward, and he has to understand when to make the run, Slot said. For 3-0, it was a great choice because Maka had the ball. If Maka has the ball, I would make the run as a teammate as well, because he will find you with the perfect pass. Of course, we always have Ibu and Virgil behind the ball as well as Ryan, so if we do lose the ball, we have defenders back. I think it's fair to say that for many positions, we have two very good players. I can go through the whole team. It's normal when you work at a club for this magnitude. Right, full-back is definitely a position where that is true. Slot also revealed that midfielder Tyler Morton could be out of action for around a month with a shoulder problem. James McConnell started ahead of Morton when Slot heavily rotated his side against PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League last month. You watched PSV as well, and what I saw was him competing with the other midfielders. He is competing with them, always gives everything he has, Slot said when asked about McConnell. Morton is out with an injury for a while, so that means he was maybe our sixth midfielder and James is taking that position now, so it's him doing well and the injury to Morton. Virgil van Dijk has scotched claims that he has already signed a new contract, insisting that he is still none the wiser as to whether he will be at Liverpool next season. The Reds captain, 33, is now inside the final 6 months of his deal, and, like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mohamed Salah, will be a free agent at the end of the 2023-24 campaign, unless a new agreement is reached in the coming months. Van Dijk's situation, much like it has with his teammates, has sparked relentless speculation over his future. The Dutchman is also now free to negotiate a pre-contract agreement with interested clubs from overseas. While he has remained relatively tight-lipped through the season on his contract situation, there have recently been claims that a deal has already been reached. But Van Dijk set the record straight in the aftermath of Liverpool's triumph over Tottenham in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, telling Sky Sports, "I am feeling good. What the future brings, I have no idea. Anyone who says they know, they are absolutely wrong." While Van Dijk's future beyond the end of the season is uncertain, he will lead Liverpool out at Wembley next month when they face Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final. But neither he or his teammates will be getting carried away, given they are also top of the Premier League and already in the last 16 of the Champions League, ahead of their FA Cup fourth-round tie with Plymouth Argyle of the Championship on Sunday. Van Dijk added, "I will lead the boys in the best possible way. I'm always proud to be leading out the boys. These occasions are obviously special, and we're really looking forward to it. When the time is there, we will be ready. It will be a difficult game, but any game that we play at the moment is difficult. We have to keep going, and let's see what it brings. It sounds very good. We're really looking forward to it. It was always going to be difficult today, but we did very well. I'm proud of the boys, and now we focus on the FA Cup." James Carragher knows he can rely on Dad Jamie for advice, even if the Liverpool legend wants his son to go his own way. Carragher Jr. is currently playing for Wigan, having risen through the ranks at the League One side. Featuring at centre-back and right-back, the 22-year-old has made 25 appearances in all competitions this season. Having started the Latics' last 3 games, he is expected to feature when Sean Maloney's side host Premier League Fulham in the 4th round of the FA Cup on Saturday. The elder Carragher won 2 FA Cups during his time as a player for Liverpool, but his son has revealed that the Reds legend stays away from delivering much advice. Instead, he prefers to take a back seat to avoid any confusion with instructions from his manager Maloney. "I think he doesn't want to get too involved and feel like he's then telling me what to do and stuff like that," the younger Carragher said. "But any little bits of advice or a bit of information he can give me after games, or even before games, he definitely does it to help me through it. Everywhere I've been, I've always been the son of my dad. I've just taken it in my stride and just try not get it my way. I don't feel the pressure to play, or I've got to be as good as him or anything like that. I just do my own thing and hopefully it can take me as far as I can get." Wigan, currently 16th in the 3rd tier, have a pedigree of delivering upsets in the FA Cup, having won the competition in 2013. They then beat Pep Guardiola's side in the 5th round in 2018, with Carragher eyeing another historic day against Fulham, who sit 9th in the Premier League. "It's a big part of the history at the club, and everyone should be proud of it, really," Carragher added. "Even though US players we weren't involved in that then, we should still be proud that we're playing for a club who have achieved something like that. It's something that we all think about, even results we've had. The year after we won the FA Cup, we got to the semi-final again against Arsenal. We beat Man City a few years ago 1-0, and it's always just something that when you go into the FA Cup, you believe as a club that we can get the result we want. We've had a free week training this week, so we've had a few meetings and we really targeted how Fulham want to play. So I think we've been set up really well to give it a really good go and give a good account of ourselves. I think that's the whole thing about the FA Cup, really. Look, at the Tamworth-Tottenham game, I understand Tamworth went out, but that was only after the second period of extra time. Tamworth a few years ago would have had a replay at Tottenham now, which shouldn't really happen really given the level between the two sides. So, hopefully we can have our own little bit of history, an underdog story and giant killing on Saturday, and everyone will be made up.